Right now we are at the Mako Group booth. Got some really cool products over here. You got some new stuff here at the show?
We do. We've got some stuff that's pretty neat, pretty new, some stuff I'm kind of excited about.
Okay, what would you like to start with?
Well, what I'll start with, first of all, this product is kind of an in-your-face for the anti-gun politicians. There's more and more states now that are banning standard capacity magazines, and we've got lots of shooters, lots of our customers that are now stuck with low capacity magazines. And so we just want to say, Mrs. Pelosi, welcome to the Pentagon. We're in your state and in your face. 50 rounds of legal 10-round magazines.
That is pretty cool.
Yep. For us, this is kind of just a, take that for the anti-gun politicians.
Now, is this your own mags that have to go with this? Or?
It's our own mags. It's called the Ultimag, and it's designed with a rail on the bottom, so it'll attach to the Pentagon. Gives you 50 rounds in a rifle. You can switch mags very quickly. You're still having to change magazines, but hey, anything to get in the anti-gun politicians' faces, right?
That's right. Now, you also have a smaller version of that?
We do. For the people that want something a little more practical, we've got the OMC. I like to call it the Obama Magazine Coupler. And what this coupler does is it attaches two 10-round magazines, butt to butt, and it puts them in a configuration that's the same shape and size as a 30-round magazine. And so for our customers in California, New York, New Jersey, now Colorado, some of these other places where they're restricted to a 10-round magazine, a lot of these guys are in places where they can have pre-ban magazines, but they don't want to take those expensive, valuable pre-ban magazines out, run them in a training course, drop them in the dirt, step on them, that sort of thing, so they can use these for training. They'll fit in their mag pouch. They manipulate them the same way you manipulate a 30-round magazine, where they're not tearing up those pre-ban magazines. And then some guys, they don't have the pre-ban magazines. They can't find them. That gives them an option where they can carry 20 rounds in the rifle, have it ready if it's sitting by the bed or whatever. 10 rounds, you flip it. 10 more rounds.
It's a solution, and it's a solution that seems to work really well.
Yep, it's unfortunate that we have to have solutions like this, but and we're happy to see, like in Colorado, that the people are pushing back against these anti-gun politicians. Hopefully we can see that around the country in some of these other states. It's about time we take back our country.
Yeah, we're actually based in Colorado, so 2 down, 2.5 down with the one resignation, but we still have a few more to go.
Yep. Well, hopefully you get them out of there and get them back where they can be. Of course, our company is headquartered in New York. Now you can't even load 10 rounds in a 10-round magazine there. Fortunately, I live in Alaska, so I can do whatever I want.
Great. What else do you have today?
Well, the item that I'm probably most excited about this year is the polymer flip-up sights. And what happened is we looked at existing polymer flip-up sights, and they had one thing in common. They had locks and latches and releases, buttons, that sort of thing. And when you design anything, you have to design to the material that you're using. And so polymer is a great material for backup sights. It's tough, it's light, and it allows us to build sights that are not expensive. A lot of guys have 10, 15 rifles, 5, whatever. It could cost a lot of money if you're spending $100, $150, $200 on a set of backup sights for each one of those rifles. So this gets you an affordable backup sight. And what we did with these is we looked at the material, we said, how are we going to build these so they're more robust than existing backup sights? One of the problems with the existing backup sights is that when you have latches and locks and things like that, everything has to be built smaller, more delicate. And you lock the sight in an upright position. It might be all right for aluminum, but with polymer, if you run that into something, you're going to break your latch. We had customers saying, I had this brand of polymer sight, and I broke it, and so now I'm going to aluminum sights. They're more expensive, but it's what I have to do because I've broken a couple of these others. These sights have no latches. There's no buttons. If you run it into something, it simply folds. They're very, very simple. Pop it up, pop it down.
Well, that's the other thing with polymer sights is they're generally geared for that airsoft market.
Yes, these are actually, military quality. They're super tough. If you look at the angles of them, a lot of thought was put into how to build them so that even if they're folded, if they get banged into something, they'll deflect off instead of having a big flat edge that'll.
Oh, what's the price point on those?
These are going to run, retail price for the set is going to run, I think, just a little bit above 80.
Well, that's not bad at all.
Not at all. And then, of course, the sights are available at a much lower cost singly. For example, this rifle has a rear sight, but it has a front sight tower. You don't need a front backup sight for that. The sights are adjustable, finger adjustable for elevation on the front sight.
Oh, no tool required.
Tool required, and for windage on the rear sight. And the rear sight, of course, has your standard large and small aperture.
Oh, that's really nice. I mean, the shape of these, they even look cool, even though they're designed for less snagging and stuff. They just have a really cool stealth look to them.
They do. I looked at them and it reminded me of a tank when I first saw the prototypes, so my suggestion was that we call them the Merkava sights, but I don't know where we'll go with that, but they have that pretty cool look. They're streamlined, they're built so that they don't catch on anything once they're folded, and when we got these in a couple weeks ago, I personally bought a number of sets and put them on my rifles. The rifle that sits next to my bed at night has a set on it. The 50 Bay Wolf rifle I use for bear protection has a set on it. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about these.
No, maybe not bear protection for everybody, but in Alaska, something you have to consider, right?
It is. A couple years ago, I shot a bear that was coming in the back door after my kids. So,
they know how to open doors now?
No, the door was open. The kids were running in the door to get away from the bear.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
No problem.